and Pratya Devta Agni. What is that significant and meaning?
Yeah, you just stole my thunder.
Sorry.
Coming to that. So, uh, yeah, I think the Devata there, I think it is wrong in English version. So you'll have to swap the Devata and Ati Devata and Pratyati Devata. We'll come to that. One second. Let me get the YouTube set up properly so that we don't know. Gum Gurubhyo Namaha, Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Sam Saraswatyai Namaha. So we're going to start with Navagraha Suktam today. When we say Navagraha Suktam, it's about understanding the impact of the planets that are near and around us in our solar system. Graham is home, Graham is also for planets. Any guess why we need to know this and why we need to chant this? You don't have to be afraid for a wrong answer. I'm luring Radha to unmute her mic and speak. No? Those who are on mute, you can unmute yourself. If you're talking, I can't hear you. Everybody can unmute. There's no harm. I can't hear you. Why is it me?
No, we aren't speaking. It's
Okay.
not speaking now.
Okay, so at
So
least
the question is, why would there be a devta for each day?
no,
Is
that
the
I'll come to
question?
that later. Don't worry about it. Take it out of
Okay.
your head right now. I'm just asking a
Okay.
question. Why do we even need to worry about the planets around us? If you can just tritely tilt your this thing better. Yeah. So why do we need to worry about this at all?
I suppose because they affect the mind.
Correct.
Is it?
Correct. So that's all. So we call it as dosha, right? As I've said before, there are light rays that our human beings cannot see. There are spectrum of light that's around us that we cannot see. Our human eyes are supposedly able to see only certain bandwidth of light. Same way we cannot hear sounds beyond what the human capabilities are. That's why when you see somebody turning around the corner, our dogs will start barking first before even we see it or hear it. They have that sense. They can sense it. They can hear it. Many people are worried about snakes because they think that the snake has got eyes. The snake is looking at you and jumping at you. Snake actually doesn't is not able to see anything with those eyes. It's only a sound. So they're all tuned to different frequency levels than what we are. So in effect, our rishis who got all these Vedas from God, passed it on to us, said, don't be ignorant of what is happening around you, even though you're not able to see it or you're not able to hear it. One of that is the effect of the grahas which are around us. Now, those days when these Vedas were written, there was no NASA, ISRO, or ESA, or a Hubble telescope, or a Artemis, or nothing. And I think in one of the classes, I forget now, I've been saying so many things in so many classes, I forget. The depiction of or calculation of the distance of the farthest star, we call it as a star, in the cosmos from the center of the sun, our solar system, is already available in Vedas. NASA came up with a number, and even if you have to assume their number is 100, Our estimate was 98 percentile. Do you want to guess who the next best was? Wild guess. Padmaja, unmute பண்ணிக்கோங்க. All of you can unmute yourself. It is Galileo.
Okay.
Galileo was beaten to pulp. His estimate was 28 percentile,
Mm.
but he is more popular than our rishis. I'm saying this again and again live on YouTube because it's the time has come when we get the recognition of the knowledge that we have instead of being questioned endlessly about the validity of that, and then somebody starts claiming it is their own. I don't care about the ownership, but what I'm saying is it's important that our children, grandchildren understand these things, so they don't they come out of that brainwashed concept of these things are a waste of time and money. It's called blabbering. These are meant for oldies who don't have any job. No, these things are supposedly meant for young children when they are growing up, so they understand science, they understand how to relate with science. The field of astronomy as part of Vedas is one of the most advanced. We have the calendar computed for infinite amount of time. It's all coming from these Vedas. We figured out that Earth is a sphere. And I don't want to name the community. It kept saying that it is a flat piece of paper. And we were mocked. We were mocked by many people because the book in which it is described in those days, without YouTube video or 3D software or AI modeling, they had to describe Earth into different parts. And that was mocked, saying this guy is talking about Earth as something in chapter 2 and is contradicting in chapter 6, without understanding that they're giving you the different sides of the Earth from different angle. Until some intelligent guy about few years ago used computer modeling to do a connection of all the chapters and say actually they're describing that Earth is a sphere and it is at an axis with reference to the sun. So, are you familiar with any rocket launches or satellite launches scenario shown on TV? What do you see? What do you see? Not the rocket launching picture, but that monitor that everybody sees inside the NASA or ISRO. Do you see a flat picture of the Earth, which is like a sphere opened up into? So any engineering student knows what I'm talking about. If you open up the sphere into a flat 2D, it will be a rectangle. It will not be a triangle or a Pythagoras structure or octagonal structure. It will be a rectangle. That's a 2D representation of the Earth. So you'll see USA on the left, then you'll have Africa in the center, you'll have India and Russia and China all the way. It's basic. We're all familiar with that map. And you'll see a line like a sinusoidal curve. That's because any object that is in space with respect to Earth, when the Earth rotates by itself and also revolves, that object will be traversing that path on Earth. So for a person on Earth, if you go along with that curve, you'll be able to see the object at the same spot in space. This was depicted in our books, which was mocked at. So one of the things that I'm also doing right now is to do a lot of research, translate many things into simple English for people with some diagrams and pictures and references of all those texts, which is not within the reach of people across the globe, to make them understand what these things are and why we need to take them seriously. So with that long preamble, what I'm trying to say is everybody should learn this, everybody should know this, chant this, and not only just read a PDF, but understand why you are chanting what you're chanting. So through the sound that you create, the harmonics that you create by chanting these suktams, you are in effect trying to do neutralization of the effect of these planets on you. So, one other thing, through sadhana, there are people in the Himalayas who still connect with these stars and planets and communicate with them. Oh, again, statement by Kumar on YouTube for fun, for emojis and memes. This guy is talking rubbish. Yeah, until you meet those people, until you get to that space, what they are doing and what they are achieving, it will be fun for you. So believe in this, learn this, chant this, understand it instead of just reading a PDF. Every intelligent system in the agency in the world said Neptune and Pluto are part of the solar system. If you see, we never agreed on that. We were very clear then, we are very clear now. There are 7 planets, plus 2, Rahu and Ketu. That's a 9 that we talk of, Navagraha. Nava means 9. So when I talked about the Panchang or the calendar computation, most of you must be familiar with Panchang. That means description of the day, astronomical description of the day based on 5 attributes. But those who are in Sri Vidya, with Padmaja is there with me on that, we follow Ashtang, 8 attributes. And that attributes, 8 attributes is already computed for life. It's a never ending cycle, time infinite. And look at the Western philosophy. 2011, they said the world is coming to an end. And seriously, people in our planet and our side of the hemisphere and Europe prepared for that end, the apocalypse. That is because the Maya calendar was computed only for up to 2011. Then they came to Gregorian calendar and they figured out the Gregorian calendar doesn't match. So they made an adjustment of leap year for February 29, once in 4 years. It's been constant adjustment for them. We got it right from the word get go. And it is not possible without supercomputers, AI, for a human being to compute it and pass on that knowledge to us through generations. This is proof enough for me to say what we receive is received from God. So believe in this, learn it, chant it. And now coming to your question, Sonal. For every planet, there is a Adidevata. That means the Adidevata are the presiding deities at the mental level. Okay? So operating on the mental and emotional planes, the impact of these planets, the Adidevata is Agni, that operates at the mental and emotional level. The Pratyadi Devata operates at the soul or the spiritual level. They are the supporting deities. Adi means first, Pratyadi means supporting. Okay? So you don't just worship saying, I'm worshipping Surya, but you also worship the devatas, the Adi devatas and Pratyadi devatas of each graha that are impacting you at the mental level as well as at the soul and spiritual level. This is another
Atma level, like.
No, Atma is different. Atma is
So
different.
soul level is which
Yes,
one?
soul. See, the soul and Atma is not one and the same. So we'll get to that a little later. So also understand the learnings that you had from Mindaka Upanishad. Don't look at Sharira as our Sthula Sharira, gross body. Always look at the Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. Understand we are a package of 3. Very soon I will release those diagrams that I've created for Vedic Sampradaya that summarizes a lot of what I talked in Mundaka Upanishad. That should help you. Okay. So did I answer your question on Adidevata and Pratyadi Devata?
But so Pratyati Devata is like the observer, the Sakshi level.
Yes, supporting.
When you say soul, what does that?
I'm sorry?
Is it the Sakshi level? So the Adi Devata is for the mind and the emotions. And the Pratyati Devata is
Soul,
for the
soul,
soul,
and the
which
spiritual
will
level.
be, but which, like, you mean like in Mundaka, it's the Sakshi, the observer, that level.
No, your spiritual level.
So like the
You understand the whole structure that I explained of chitta, manas, chitta, buddhi, intellect
huh?
through the indriyas. See, if you go into the details now, again, we will miss the suktam.
No,
So I'll call you offline and I'll explain it to you. But go
no
back to the
problem.
concept
Yeah,
of
that's fine.
go back to the concept of the structure that you have on the sukshma sharira, where your inputs from all the indriyas are registered in the chitta, the memory, correct? Through that memory,
Yes.
you have that intellect that is operating, including ahankara, that works like a CD disk, reading all those things.
Yeah.
And that is what you call it as
Yes.
experiences. Now, all of these things have an effect on your mind and soul. These are two different things. Okay? And that diagram will summarize everything what I'm saying. So, effect of one thing. Let me give you an example. If you're stressed, do you see acidity? Do you feel acidity in your system?
Yes.
Yes. So, what is the connection? Something is stressed out at your or mental level. Why should that be as an outcome at the physical level? These are connected. That's the whole explanation that we keep talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is addressing both the mental level and the spiritual level. Let's get to the first one, Surya. Okay, one more item before I move on. This is given in the number 1, 2, 3, 4, just by the number of days: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. But the way in which the actual uh, dhanyams and cloth is arranged in a 3 by 3 matrix is slightly different. So the PS1 number is that is the center one. So the Surya is at the center. And then you look for the PS2. That is the next one that we do worship on when you do the puja. So it's not like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's not the sequence in which we worship. The sequence of worship is given. The positions of the various planets on the 3 by 3 matrix is also given. And maybe within a week or 2 weeks, I'll get you the actual pictures of the dhanya and the vastra that you have for each planet, which is assigned and fixed. You will know that, and you'll know how to position it in setting up the whole thing for doing a puja. And the same suktam is used for havana. Again, you pay attention to where the double line is, because that is where the significance is. So if you say satyena rajasa vartamano niveshyan amritam martyancha blah blah blah, and you come to asya yajnasya sukrita swaha, that sukritam, after which there is a double line. Up until that, you will say it, and then you give the ahuti, the ghee, into the fire. So the double line is a place for you as an indication to say that is where you put the. Then you say ye shami she pashupati pashunam blah blah blah. Santus sorry dipada agaswaha. Then you don't wait for the double line. Then you do it for the remaining two for each of the rigs. Got it? Sonal, if you are not clear, ask a question again. No problem. Related to this.
I got it that when there is a double line is when you put the swaha like
First time. First time.
And then the second time it's you just
even the single line is okay. Dipada there also you will do it.
Yeah.
Then you finish with this Santu Swaha. That is a structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yes.
So these are all again rules that being followed based on guidelines that has been given in the Vedas. So you need to just have a basic knowledge, but when the actual priest does it,
Nice.
when the priest does it, you observe it. That's when you will be able to relate to what I'm saying. All right. So I talked about the position. I talked about the yantra. Okay. One more thing for the ladies. I will also give you the yantra. The yantras there is a yantra for every devata. Understand that. Yantra is a geometrical representation on a piece of plate. And that plate is again made of alloys and composition depending on various calculations and recommendations given in the Vedas. So when you chant It is that yantra that absorbs all the energy like a flywheel, which stores the energy, and then it dissipates that energy when you want it back in terms of refreshing yourself. I'm trying to dumb down the language into a very simple English translation. So it's easy for us to visualize what is happening. I could have given the same sentence in a very nice, complex Sanskrit sentence that none of you would have understood. So the yantras are very powerful. So there are two-dimensional yantras, there are three-dimensional yantras. Three-dimensional yantras, the most popular one is
The
Mahameru.
yeah.
Okay. So many people come and say, I got this brass Mahameru from Giri stores. Can I keep it and worship it? I said, why are you so much in love with Giri stores? They don't even have a clue of the dimensions. And I'm not bad mouthing them. But these are serious things that need to be understood when we are trying to do worshipping. You have to get those dimensions properly approved through your guru before you get the Mahameru inside your home. Because when you speak, when you talk, your good energies, bad energies, everything is stored in that yantra. And that's what you're going to get back. So you'll be very careful. It's very equivalent to the Alexas and Siris. They're always in a listening mode if you don't know. Yeah, it's very similar to that. So you blabber something, Siri will yell at you. Don't say that. Don't do it. So it's the same way. Okay. See how easy it is to explain now with Siri and Alexa. So enough of explanation. Let's jump straight into the first one. Om Asatyena Rajasa.
Asatyena rajasa asatyena asatyena rajasa
Rajasa Anudata.
rajasa.
Correct. Padmaja, நீங்க chant பண்ணலையா? All of you. Radha, please unmute yourself. And Usha, I heard your voice, I guess. So my recommendation is if I'm starting with Om, you also, all of you say the same thing. So that you will be in sync. Right? Vartavano.
Vartavano
Correct. Niveshayan.
niveshayan niveshayan.
Now the script will say Niveshayan Namritam cha. It is because Yan and A is combined to form Na. But because it is difficult for you to say the full word, I split it. So because I split it, I'm going to say Amritam Martyancha.
Amritam Martyancha Amritam Martyancha.
Did all of you understand the explanation I gave for the splitting? So when I combine it, I am not going to chant as Niveshayan Amrit. I am not going to chant that way. When I combine it, it will be Niveshayan Namritam Martyam cha.
Niveshayan Amritam.
Pannuga, don't wait for others. You chant.
Niveshayan Amritam Martyancha.
Chilungo.
Niveshayan Amritam.
Niveshayan Namritam. Yan kapram na.
Amritam.
I was explaining Niveshayan followed by A becomes the na. There is a double N. So one N is half. Niveshayan. Then the second N plus A becomes na. So that is why it becomes.
But what is correct? Is it supposed to be split as Niveshayan Amritam?
No. So forget that I gave that explanation. Just repeat what I'm chanting. That is the best way to do it. Otherwise, it is like again, Saundarya Lahiri, people get confused about Sanskrit explanation. Niveshayan Namritam Martyancha. So I'm going to leave the full Rik chant in the class for you to practice it before we attempt it. Okay, because these are little difficult. Unless you practice, it won't come. Hiran, both he and ra are anudata. Hiranmayena. Hiran, both he and ra has to be there. You can't come from hiran. That is wrong. Hiranmayena saveta. Okay, can I request all of you? When I am chanting, just look at me and listen. You can again look at the script and read it. That's not difficult. Don't be very anxious. It will come. I'll repeat it 2-3 times if you don't get it. No problem. But listen to me. And when I am chanting, listen. Because when I am chanting, if you also chant, nobody understands anything and you will not know where the corrections are. What I'm trying to correct is he is also anudata. He has to go down. So I'm demonstrating the right way and the wrong way that you're chanting so that you can understand where to correct. So this is wrong. He run, absolutely wrong. Because he is here udata. Whereas the actual script is he is anudata. So Hiran, Hiran, Hiranmayena. Are you getting what I'm saying? The swaras. So Hiranmayena sa veta sa udata. Veta ve anudata ta again udata. Sa veta sata sata same note. Sata but V is going down. Sa veta. That is what you need to visualize. Hiranmayena sa veta. No, chant with the group. Don't keep on chanting. Otherwise, it confuses other people. After I chant, you chant 2 times. If you made a mistake, I will make the third time also, not a problem. I will allow you to chant the third time until you get it right. That's okay. So, you want me to repeat it again? You want me to repeat the Hiranmayana Savita? Hello?
No, not required.
Okay. Now, if you see two S type of letters, that is called Avagraha, which means you have to extend the matra. Matra means Rathena. This is normal. If you just look at Rathena. But after the Na, there are two Avagrahas. So you'll have to drag the Na for two more matras. Rathena, Na, Rathena, Devo. Correct. Perfect. You got it right. Yati bhuvana. Ya starts with the swarita. So yati ti. Yeah, ti is anudata. Yati bhuvana. Correct. Now you are getting it in sync and very well in terms of swaras. Vepashyan V anudata. You start with the lower note. Don't say vipa. That is wrong. Vepa pa is udata. Vepashyan. No, one person said vipa. No. Vepa lala. Vepashyan. Correct. Agnim dhutam. Now, br is swarita. So, you have to quickly go to br. Pranima he. He is anudata. Pranima he. There you go. Perfect. No, the second time somebody made a mistake. Again, pay very attention to where the swaras are there. See, I'm not trying to be very critical. I'm trying to point out exactly where the mistake is happening. So don't be intimidated by the feedback. Okay. Vrnimahe is vr Sarita. Correct? Whereas if you say vrnimahe, are you able to hear that there is a difference between the two?
So
You're
Yes.
putting
we
the
moving
high pitch.
Sarita to the knee.
Exactly. So that is all that I'm saying. Pay attention to it. Don't keep on chanting with the wrong swara. Then it will be very difficult for you to correct it. Vrnimahe. Correct. One more time. See how easy it is? Once you hear it, you know what to do and you can do it easily. Same way. Hotaram. Ram is Anudata. It is not, sorry, Udata. It's not Anudata. So don't allow Ram to go down. Horam, Horam. Both are same note. Hotaram.
Hotaram. Hotaram.
Correct. Vishwa, Vishwavedasam. Correct. Asya, again, Anudata. Asya yajnasya. Super. It is Sukra. It is not Sukru. Don't commit the mistake of kru because that is a natural tendency to say Sukrutum. It is not Sukrutum, it is Sukratum, the word. So, Sukratum.
Sukratum. Sukratum.
Ye Shamishe. Try to maintain the tempo also the same. I'll give the example of what I'm saying. I'm chanting at this tempo. Ye Shamishe. If you do this, Ye Shamishe. Are you able to hear the difference?
Yeah.
You'll have to synchronize exactly the duration of time that I'm giving. Ye Shamishe. Perfect. That's a correct laya. Pashupati. Patihi. Sonalji. Patihi, that the two dotted lines, dotted point that you have, that's called a colon or visarga. It gets substituted by half of the next letter following it. So what is the next letter? Pashunam, starting with the P.
Yes.
So half of that. If not, you don't play the teeth on the lip, it becomes F. This is almost like PH. So you bring your lips together like you're blowing a balloon. If so,
Yeah.
Pashupati.
Pashupati. Pashupati.
Perfect. Pashunam. Chatushpada. Mutacha. Don't be in a rush to chant. Mutacha, mutacha. So what happens? First time is correct, second time is wrong. I'll demo what you all did just now and why there is this error in the second time. See how I'm chanting. Mutacha, mutacha. You're not even finishing your first and you're ready to grab the second. That is incorrect. You have to give the same gap. After I finish, how much time you take to chant. After you finish, how much time I'm taking to chant. That is fixed. That cannot be changed. So same thing applies for first time to second time gap also. Only when you do that, you're able to say Motacha, Motacha. You have enough time and the brain settles down to say, okay, I have to start from Mu Anudata and go up. Got it? So Mutacha.
Mutacha.
Correct. So now you're having enough time. Dvipadam. Super. Very good. Nishkri toyam. Now after to there is only one S letter, Navagraha. So one matra extension. Nishkri toyam. Yagniyam. Bhagametu. Again, somebody is dragging the bha and ga, so you're off. Bhagame. I'm not chanting at that speed. I'm chanting at Bhagametu. Correct. One more time. Correct. Then Rayaspo, Sha, Yespo are all Udata. Don't allow it to go up and down. Control it. Control the Yespo. Rayaspo, Sha. Correct. Yajamanasya santo. Except Ja, which is Swarita, everything else is Sudata. So you have to very consciously hold it. Nasya, Manasya santo, all same Swara. Yajamanasya santo. Perfect. I know it was a little painful today, but you will be enjoying after you replay the YouTube video. It'll help you. So start fine tuning that. And Padmaja, if you start doing all this right, then I will start with Taittiriya Upanishad. Right? Taittiriya Upanishad is at least about 5 to 6 steps away. You have to get used to all these Suktams one by one, one by one, one by one, and chant them properly, not like piece by piece. Right? So you have the audio also in the audio, there's the shared folder. Try to download that on your iPhone and you can start playing it because it has all the description. This is Surya, this is Shukra, this is Buddha, and all that. Okay. So I hope it was useful, informative. If not, if you don't want such details, tell me. Next time I'll just keep teaching and finish off the Suktams one by one. All right. Take care. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Good day.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're
Thank you.
welcome. Yeah.
Congratulations, Padmaja, and best wishes to your daughter.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.